Interestingly, Louis expressed his frustration to Rick with, "Hey, stop making fun of me." Luckily, their luck wasn't too shabby, and they quickly sped off to the second crime scene. Upon arrival, Louis found that the police had cordoned off the area, and after chatting with the nosy neighbor, he learned this was a goldmine of a shooting case. Seizing the moment when no one was looking, Louis stealthily slipped inside, strutting through the unlocked door like he owned the place. Though he didn't find any bodies or blood, there were 2 bullet holes in the fridge. Talk about a cool story. Faced with this rare opportunity, Louis hurriedly shoved the victim's family photo out of frame. Priorities right. After filming, he casually swiped a letter, and this video ended up getting rave reviews. Not only did it offer a unique angle that cranked up the suspense, the stolen envelope spilled the victim's name. Nina was super impressed with Louis' performance, thinking he was not just bold but creatively audacious. The key was he also showed some storytelling flair. Thanks to Louis' personality, whatever he wants, he's all in. He'd pull out all the stops to get what he wants, even if that's the woman in front of him. Just like last time, he saved the footage of the shooting, and with that experience, Louis was on a roll, shooting accident scenes effortlessly. In just 2 months, his news videos hit over a dozen headlines, and his earnings were skyrocketing like they were launched by a rocket. Before long, he splurged on a red Hellcat, while poor Rick was still scraping by on $30 a day. With his new car and gear, Louis' efficiency shot up. When he heard about a traffic accident, he hit the gas and zoomed through a red light like he was in a Fast and Furious film. Once at the scene, Louis snapped away at the driver, but the guy was too busy calling the cops to even notice him. Not finding the driver, Louis turned to film the accident itself, but while jogging uphill for the best shot, he spotted a victim. Did you think he was having a change of heart, wanting to help? Nope. He just shoved the injured person into a better spot for the shot. Then he snapped away without a care until the cop showed up to seal off the scene, leaving his competitors in the dust. That video not only made Louis rich, but also gave him the cash to take Nina out for dinner. Louis wasn't surprised by this response, since his footage had been keeping the station in headlines for 2 months straight. Louis made it clear the station had plenty of options, but no one else could deliver the first-hand scoop like he could. Whether or not this sounded like a threat, Nina had no reason to refuse, and after wrapping up his business, Louis strutted out of the station only to find competitors waiting for him. Based on his talent, the competitors wanted Louis to join their crew, each getting a car to control different city zones like a mini-mafia. This way, they wouldn't have to fight for footage. Missing simultaneous events, Louis wouldn't invest a dime, and they'd split the earnings 50/50. While this seemed like a genuinely sincere offer, Louis wasn't particularly fond of their arrogant and dismissive attitude. When they saw Louis' lack of respect, they exploded in fury, declaring, "Just wait and see." Louis didn't care at all, and that evening, Nina reluctantly showed up for their dinner date at a fancy restaurant. She thought she was just being polite by having dinner with Louis, but this guy was downright terrifying. Louis dug up Nina's info. He switched TV stations every 2 to 3 months. This was because he frequently got replaced by new talent for not making the cut, but now, thanks to Louis' videos, Nina's news segment was the star of the show. Consequently, ad slots were raking in cash, and that boosted Nina's value at the station. Talk about a promotion. So, if Louis switched partners, Nina would be toast. Threats or deals aside, she was out of options and had to go along with Louis' whims. However, Louis' solo venture wasn't all smooth sailing. He soon hit a wall. The competitors who had wanted to recruit him expanded their team, making it harder for him to snag the prime footage. Unable to get the hot footage, Louis was forced to deliver some low-key accident clips to Nina, and she wasn't having it. Nina exploded in rage, and after being torn apart, Louis could only sulk back home and vent in front of the mirror. To turn things around fast, the next day Louis secretly installed a tracker under a competitor's car. This way, he could track them in real time. If nothing was happening, their car wouldn't be zipping around. So, whenever he saw the signal moving quickly, he'd follow along, at least ensuring he got to the scene of action. Little did Louis know, this time the scene involved a competitor's car. These guys sped to get footage and ended up crashing. After a brief moment of sympathy, Louis picked up his gear and started filming the injured competitor. Not my fault. After wrapping up that gig, he got an alert about a home invasion robbery classic. Since it was nearby, he arrived in just a few minutes and, as usual, bolted into the mansion like Superman. But stepping in, gunfire erupted. Despite the scare, he instantly powered up. Then, he spotted 2 bad guys bolting out. Hidden away, Louis not only captured their faces, but he even noted their identities. After the baddies left, he dashed into the crime scene, spotting a discarded weapon at the door and a female victim on the sofa in the living room. Next, following a trail upstairs, he discovered a male victim in the bedroom. In under 5 minutes, Louis filmed the entire homicide scene. Finally, as he swung by the kitchen, he found another corpse. After filming that, he didn't linger, hurrying to find Rick. On his way, Louis spotted Rick and dashed over, but after filming, he didn't stay a moment longer, fleeing the scene.